Pauline Wambeti. I'm currently the Managing Director for Nuru Kenya. Nuru is a local non-government organization that was established in 2008 and got recognized as an NGO in 2010. Programs in poverty reduction in the remote rural regions of Kenya. So I started out in this sector quite early. Primarily, I was a social worker. That was the training that launched me in community development. And eventually, I studied community development studies, and program management. And I've worked with various communities around the country. So I continued to advance my career and pursue that interest in working with the community. So that is how I landed at Nuru Kenya. And I've been at Nuru since 2013 September till today. I joined as an impact programs manager, and now I'm the managing director. So we started out with topping a success in 2018 when we became a case study. We were profiled. Nuru Kenya was profiled. And it's because when the organization started in 2008, it was expatriate-led. And so the vision was to transition the interventions from being expatriate-led to the local team so that they could be locally led. And so when the SAS team came, they supported us to reflect on what had transpired so far, what had we gone through in the transition process. We were able to articulate what had worked well and what had not worked well, and how were we looking at the future based on now where we were at during that period. We were able to be looked in to develop even the tools that could support us to continue with this process, that were even going to be used by others who were not part of the case studies, that they could apply them. And the conversations continue on what is responsible transition, what are the emerging ideas in the transition process. There's a lot of shared experiences and shared lessons. And so I felt the advisory group is a good place for me because I get to continue to share these experiences for others to learn from. I get to listen to what others are going through, and we can continue to iterate to achieve success. And because of the way it is structured, it is drawing from experiences in various sectors. And that is a very rich resource that has the capacity to transform what the development practitioners are grappling with. So there's a lot of designing, co-creation, a lot of ideas, thoughts, and experiences that keep coming up, keep being discussed. And this usually provides very good insight so that people are not clueless about what to do. And these conversations and documenting these best practices is very beneficial because they have somewhere to reference. So it's not like they'll start from scratch. I wish we had these resources when we were trying to figure this out early on. And I'm glad that I'm part of a process that is making it easier for others to transition. So as much as we were having a phased approach from the international organization to the local organization, we also have a responsibility because now the community stops seeing the INGO as the donor and starts seeing the local NGO as the donor. And being a donor-funded organization, we are the ones empowering our own communities. To what extent should we do that? And when do we stop? When do we say, now we have succeeded, let us stop? And things become very real when it is the local community working in their context, because we are experiencing these issues with them. And we know it is not easy. We can't solve everything. So we have to challenge ourselves to be very smart about the approaches that we are going to apply. Even when we have achieved success, we want to achieve success elsewhere. So how do we solve this more sustainably so that they are able to support themselves? As a local development practitioner, I want people to scale the solutions that we have and not just leave it at that. So that is the approach I've taken in my experience with Nuru International, having that approach to development where you don't strip people of their dignity, you give them a voice, you trust the process, then that they deliver, and they will drive that process. Fresh.